welcome to the weekly blend from Roofers Coffee Shop, Metal Coffee Shop, and Coatings Coffee Shop. My name is Heidi Ellsworth.
And I'm Karen Edwards.
That's a mouthful. We have a
is.
lot going on, Karen.
We do. That last one that you mentioned, Coatings Coffee Shop. How's that going, Heidi?
It's going great. It's going great. Everyone heard we were at the RCMA meetings. We've been talking to a lot of folks since then. It's such a great launch, but so much more to come. I mean, everyone needs to watch out because we're going to be having some webinars, some more podcasts, which are called Coatings Cast, and social media and the e-news is all coming. Watch out for the rest of this year. You're going to be seeing things coming through.
It's coming down the pike. And, you mentioned just being recently at the RCMA meeting, and I'm not sure if I remember giving a congratulations to some of our partners.
Yes.
Let's see, Will Lorenz from General Coatings and Everroof, and Greg Lavati from Western Colloid were recognized with some awards at that event. So congrats, you two.
They did. And you know what? They both received service awards. They're both past presidents. Amazing service to the association and leadership. They also, we just had them out on social media. So check it out. You can see both of their pictures out there. And we're so proud of them. We love those guys. They're so good. So here at home, we also still, Metal Coffee Shop is going crazy. I've been doing metal casts all week, Karen. So all kinds of podcasts are going to be coming everyone's way. Really great information. But I'm really excited about next week. We have our Metal Talk with Vic West on siding.
They've got some really cool products.
Yeah, they do.
People are putting on as siding, and they're just gorgeous.
It is. I love the patterns that they're doing. I mean, it looks just like wood. And so our house is batten, and we have a wood siding. But when you look at what they're doing with the metal for board and batten, it looks exactly the same. And it's such a great product. I'm really excited to have them talk about that and really share what they're doing with siding and how contractors can kind of add siding to their overall exterior offerings.
Yeah. And, it's just growing in popularity because it is so durable, so resilient, so weather resistant, fire resistant. There's so many great things about it. So you don't want to miss this. It's next Wednesday, August 16th.
Yep.
Register whether you can make it or not, because you can watch it on demand afterward.
On demand. And speaking about on demand, I got something really interesting as an email this morning, Karen. And it was a little, you get all those fun things from social media. Well, I got one from YouTube, and it told us that we had over 1,600 views in July and over 5,300 minutes of video watched on our Roofers Coffee Shop YouTube. I was really excited about that.
If you have not been to our YouTube channel, you really need to check it out, because not only do we have all these educational videos and webinars and coffee conversations, I think one of the most fun things that we have are the interviews that we do at all the trade shows. We have playlists out there for every industry event. We talk to our partners and customers and association representatives, and it really helps you get a quick bite of what's going on in the industry. So check it out and
ring the bell.
I was going to say, subscribe and ring the bell, because then you'll know whenever we do go live from these shows. That's always so fun.
Yeah, you'll get a notification, and it is really cool to see what's happening as it's happening, but then also just to kind of go back and check it out. Of course, the weekly blends are on there, so you can see, where we've been, where we're going. But I really love the interviews. I'm with you, and we just such great stuff. I had some interviews. I think I just had one from Virginia, which was great, and then we also had interviews from roofing on the RCMA show too. So lots of stuff to watch, and we want to, have everybody following and seeing what all these great associations are doing as we're traveling around the country. So, one of the other things that we are doing that I'm really excited is season 5 of Coffee Conversations is going to be starting. I'm so excited.
End of the month. August 31st.
August 31st. And it's being sponsored by ABC Supply, and it's going to be all about solar, which everyone has questions about solar, right? That's just how it is. There's so much going on out there. So ABC, I just love this. They said, we want to know what the questions are. So
Mhm.
we have it out right now. It's on all the websites. It's on social media. It's going to be in the e-news. It's across the board that we are looking for your questions that we can ask during that coffee conversations at the end of the month. So get us your questions. Email us direct, come in. There's forms out there to fill out. There's a million ways you can get a hold of us. We want to know what your questions are, and then we'll incorporate that into the first coffee conversations on August 31st. Then, following that, 2 weeks later, we're also going to have the kickoff with the NRCA and the IRE on what's happening.
State of
So,
the industry.
state
Yeah.
of the industry. Super excited about that. And everyone has so many questions about IRE, Karen, because of the Super Bowl and everything that's going on.
Yeah. Yeah. So you don't want to miss either of those. They're going to be great.
Yeah. It's going to be awesome. Okay, so another event that we want to do a special shout out. We did last week, but we really want to do it again this week. Is Karen and I together are going to be at the CCN Elevate conference. So the Certified Contractor Network Elevate conference in Baltimore in the end of September, and it is free. And it is great. So if anyone's ever met Scott Siegel is the owner, one of the owners. There's a couple. And he's so smart. He does great training, great information. And he's part of the conference. There's a lot of people who are going to be a part of the conference. I just did a podcast on it yesterday. So I've heard all the great things that are happening. But join us. It's free, and you do have to pay $200 up front with our discount code, but then they give it back to you when you get there. We're going to be there. We're looking to meet up with everyone. So if you haven't seen the Elevate, again, the ads are everywhere on the site. You're going to see it in social media, e-news, everywhere. Sign up, join us. We want to hang out with you.
Those conferences are really great. Heidi, you and I have been to some in the past when we were at other companies. And, I think it's important to note that Scott owns a roofing company, right? So
Yeah.
he's not just up there talking the talk. He's living it and walking the walk too. So there's some really good, valuable information that comes out of these conferences. So if
Very
you can
successful.
make it, please consider going.
Yeah. I mean, if you're in the Baltimore area, it's a no-brainer. I mean, it's going to be great. So, and we'll be there. And Karen is in the Baltimore area. Yes. So there we go.
No-brainer.
Okay. No-brainer. Hey, we always got to bring out the Caught Doing Good, right? And we have a great Caught Doing Good, a couple along the same theme. So Karen?
Yeah. So, gosh, the roofing industry has such a big heart, and we always are covering stories of giving back. And this week in our newsroom, we have an article about IB Roof Systems. They have partnered down at their headquarters in Texas. They've partnered with National Women in Roofing, the North Texas Roofing Contractors Association, and the North Texas chapter of IBEC. And they're doing a blood drive at their headquarters this week on Friday, and bringing all those groups together. They're going to have a tremendous turnout. And that is, the gift of life, really, right. When you're giving blood. And we always share information too about Charles Antis and Antis Roofing. They've been doing blood drives. I think they started when COVID first had hit, and they had this big warehouse space and nothing was going on in it. And they said, hey, let's host blood drives. We can do safe distancing. And they just celebrated a milestone, Heidi. They just did their 100th blood drive.
I think they're amazing. And we actually have some video back in COVID of them with some of their first blood drives and showing us what they were doing. So it's so cool. And I have to say, Charles and Jason Stanley are good friends. And I know that Antis really supported and encouraged IB Roof to do what they're doing in the Dallas area. So it's this nice little trend. I love it. Very cool. Caught doing good. So good. And, speaking of someone being caught, we had some roofer chicks on Good Morning America.
Yeah. Roofer Chicks is the name of Amy Feller's company down in Texas. And her crews are all women. And they were featured on July 14th. A segment ran in the morning on Good Morning America. And we've got that video on our website. Yeah. So check it out. It's in our newsroom.
Check it. So all of this is in the newsroom. Always check out the classifieds. We've got a shop foreman position in Indianapolis. There's so much on there. Check it out. And Karen, what a great week. I know it's summer. I hope everyone is having a great summer out there. And we'll just keep the news coming to you.
Yep. See you next week.
See you next week. Have a great one.